Fair warning to anyone watching, I have not seen all the Harry Potter movies. I have seen 1 through 4, I believe. I haven't watched a Harry Potter movie in probably 10 years, so I may be unfamiliar with a lot of what is going on in the Harry Potter universe, so you'll have to forgive me if I don't recognize some Easter eggs or who some people are. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Tells. I also go by Tellsarek. I do a lot of gaming stuff. Feel free to subscribe or like the video, maybe follow my Twitch if you're interested in watching some more. Alright. Panoramas. Probably should have done this quest before we did the duel, but it's alright. I don't know where this is going to take me exactly.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
I hope you were able to take care of...
Professor, I completed all of your most recent assignments.
Well done. Then you're ready to learn Expelliarmus. Pay close attention. The disarming charm may often be all you need to defeat the most powerful dark witches and wizards you might encounter.
Okay.
Spellcasting requires a focused mind and a steady wand. Good work. The dummy is here if you wish to stay and practice.
Expelliarmus!
You seem to have the right end of the stick, but keep practicing. Expelliarmus may save your life one day.
Leviosa! Accio! Incendio!
Nice. We didn't even have to do anything for that. Let's go to herbology class.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
Luckily, we've already been down here.
Good morning, Professor Garlick. How wonderful it is to see you again, Lenora dear. Oh, here, you'll need these for today's class. A little treat for your auntie. Oh, hello. Class, please welcome the newest rose in our garden. We do look forward to growing together. How thrilling it is to have everyone back together again. This year will be filled with enchantment and excitement, but the most important thing cultivated in herbology is knowledge. The prudent herbologist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacular than the bouncing bulb. Now then, to Today we will be acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous tuber known as the mandrake root. Accio. Let's see if we can't make our fibrous friends a bit more comfortable, shall we? First, let's protect our ears. Now, everyone, grip their mandrake by the tendrils and give it a firm tug. Quickly, place your mandrake in the new pot and cut down the soil. The soil should envelop the root like a warm, dirty blanket, putting the mandrake right at ease. Repairer! I'm very sorry about that. Yours was a bit mature, I'm afraid. All right then, off you go. Splendid work, everyone. Now, for our next task, we'll be planting dittany at our potting tables. You can all get started. I need to have a...
I wonder if hippogriffs like knotgrass.
Yes, Professor.
Firstly, well done with your mandrake. They can be rather difficult to get a grasp of.
Actually, I enjoyed it. I couldn't help but catch your enthusiasm.
How kind of you. It seems you're already taking to herbology like a mandrake to fresh soil. Now, as I mentioned, next we'll be planting dittany. Let us find you some seeds.
I already have some, Professor. Picked them up in Hogsmeade.
You visited the Magic Neep. Wonderful! A prepared student is bound to bloom. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. Wasn't easy to spare one on such late notice. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
Let's see how to balance my star thistle arrangement. Niffler's fancy or roses?
Dittany's restorative properties make it a vital ingredient in the Wiggenweld potion,
As you all should know from Professor Sharp's class. Well done! Once it can be harvested, your dittany will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion. I'll let Professor Sharp tell you about that. Now, what say we branch out? Introduce you to a different sort of flora, the Chinese chomping cabbage. You'll find that some plants are better suited to uses outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Be a dear and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of this room. Your classmate, Mr. Pruitt, has kindly offered to accompany you. Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They do bite.
Now remember...
Hello. Saw you on your way to Hogsmeade the other day. Nice to meet you. I'm Leander. I'll be showing you the Chinese chomping cabbages. Nice work in Defense Against the Dark Arts, by the way.
Excuse me?
Your duel with Sebastian. And he's good. Thinks he's really good. But you outright slaughtered him. It was brilliant.
Oh. Well, thank you.
I nearly put Sebastian in his place myself. I mean, I would have, if Hecate hadn't stopped. Here we are. Home of the Chinese chomping cabbage. Go on, grab a few of those cabbages. Now, see that dummy? Just toss the cabbages at it, and they'll do the rest.
How do I do that exactly? Ooh.
Look at that. love chomping anything they can get their mouths on. Mum planted some in her garden last year to keep the gnomes out. Did save her the de-gnoming, but they left her honking daffodils in tatters. Vicious little bastards, aren't they? My kind of plants. Not like stupid booba tubers and bouncing bulbs. The kind of plants that'd have your back in a fight. Not saying you can't go it alone, but, well, imagine that wasn't a dummy.
I suppose they could prove useful outside of the greenhouse. Nothing wrong with a bit of backup, even if it is from a cabbage.
It's chaos out there. Trolls in Hogsmeade and such. You can't be above throwing a cruciferous vegetable if necessary. Dogweed and deathcap has more of them, if you're keen. Other plants too. Ones your parents wouldn't plant in the garden. You get the idea. Anyway, we probably ought to head back to class. Take your time. I'll see you back in class.
Revelio.
Reminder as to why we should all...
The best time to plant a seed is last season. The second best time is now.
Alright.
I tended to the Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
Remarkable plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't too much trouble. Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing digits. And good, as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh, I'm eager to see your skill in the soil continue to blossom.
Magical plants have so much to offer. I'm eager to learn more.
I'm glad. Herbology is a bounteous subject. Tend to your garden, and it will tend to you. Huh. Well, I suppose that's everything. Do come by for a chat sometime. I so enjoy checking in with my new students.
Those mandrakes are really relishing their new pots. Only cost me my damned hearing.
To make anything grow, we must first understand it.
Okay, next quest. Might have been the one on the top tower.
Off on another adventure, are we?
We were supposed to go up here. Oh, no, we weren't.
You should hear Sean.
Ah, where are we going for this?
Revelio.
That was a weird noise. Oh wait, we're going to Hogwarts. So we want to... Crap, I didn't read that. I'm gonna go... Yeah, like... Maybe not even there. We want to go right here. We should go check out that marker on our map so we know what those do since we missed the hint. Where was it exactly? Alright, got all our combat spells on.
Revelio. Revelio.
I need to be a little careful of falling down.
Revelio.
So I'm gonna go down there. That doesn't look like fun.
Revelio.
Jeez, what is this?
Incendio. Levioso. Accio. Revelio.
He's got something to do with this.
Incendio. Accio.
I should investigate.
Incendio. Revelio.
So it's down here, I guess, for some gloves. I don't really know what this is. Ooh. Rope bog.
Accio. Levioso. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Levioso. Accio. Expelliarmus.
It's really almost does damage. There's one right there. That was kind of dangerous. Huh. Is that like a challenge or something? Did we do whatever it was that we were supposed to there? No, I don't think so. It's more like
Revelio.
This is fun. I like the third kite the best. That one's really cool. This one's also pretty cool. These two are kind of mediocre. But they're still nice looking.
I beseech you for some assistance.
Hello. Can I help you?
Oh, thank goodness. Yes. My name is Grace Pinch Smedley. Of the Bath Pinch Smedleys? I was hoping someone would come along soon. I was about to defy my father's wishes and would never have forgiven myself. You see, I need to retrieve something from the bottom of the lake. Might you be the one to help me?
Diving into the lake sounds like an adventure. Tell me more.
Splendid! Precisely the response I'd hoped for.
What do you need help retrieving?
Years ago, my grandfather, who fancied himself quite the astronomer, set sail from Hogsmeade Station for what was meant to be a quick stargazing cruise with my grandmother. They never returned.
I'm so sorry. What happened to them?
We can't be sure. We only know that neither they nor their boat made it back to shore. They were presumed drowned. Father was so distraught that he forbade our family from setting foot on or in the Black Lake ever again. A treasured family astrolabe vanished with them that night. If you could dive down and retrieve it, I may be able to bring my father some peace.
It sounds dangerous, especially for something of mere sentimental value.
I understand. But I'd be forever grateful. Of course, you may discover much more than the astrolabe. Anything else you found would be all yours. I've cross-referenced the vessel's last alleged location against the lake's topography, depth charts, and tide schedule. My best guess is that it's just over there, about a furlong from the dock. It would be wonderful to have my grandfather's astrolabe back. I do hope you find the astrolabe. It would mean so much to our family.
It sounds as if her astrolabe is just northeast of the dock. I should dive down and see. This must be where the Pinch Smedley family astrolabe is.
I hear bubbles. I don't see any bubbles. Oh, here we go. These goggles are better than what I have. Alright, we got it for her. We're at the waypoint now.
I should let Grace know that I found her family astrolabe. Revelio.
I trust you didn't find the dive too terribly difficult.
Hello, Grace. I followed your bearings on a dive in the Black Lake.
Oh, how incredible! Did you find the astrolabe?
I did. I hope it makes your father happy.
It will. I can't wait to see his face. Thank you so much for doing this for me, and for my family. You do well to keep an eye out for more spots to dive. A diver of your caliber is certain to find all sorts of things down there. Thank you again, and I do hope you keep diving. You certainly have a knack for finding treasure.
Mermaid knows.
It is good to see you, my...
Hello, Natty. How are you? I hope you've recovered from our rather eventful trip to Hogsmeade.
I am well, but I have been worried about you, my friend. With Ranrock and Rookwood and Harlow after you?
I'm all right at the moment.
We did not speak about it at the time, but I am hoping now you might tell me why they were looking for you.
I've never met Rookwood or Harlow. Perhaps they mistook me for another student.
A bit odd. The two of them pursuing a Hogwarts student so intently. But whatever the reason, you were clearly in danger. For now, it is safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us, to all of us. Which is why I wanted to speak to you. I realized something that day in Hogsmeade. You displayed such courage fighting that troll, and Serona wasn't intimidated one bit by Rookwood and Harlow. Both of you have inspired me to take a stand of my own.
What sort of stand?
Men like Rookwood and Harlow are the reason my mother and I left Matibili Land. I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy my new home.
Good. Rookwood and Harlow are a dangerous pair. And the fact that they're working with Ranrock, well...
All the more reason they must be stopped. Rumor has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's day-to-day operations. Taking him down would cripple Rookwood's entire enterprise.
That may be true, but shouldn't Officer Singer handle someone like Harlow?
I spoke with her. She was polite, but perhaps understandably would not discuss details with a student. I overheard some of Rookwood's lot talking about a massive poaching operation that Harlow is planning. I was thinking that we could investigate a bit, try to get the evidence that Officer Singer needs.
All right, but how?
I am going to watch and listen, find out precisely what Harlow is up to. I shall reach out when I know more. In the meantime, remember, I am here if you need me.
Thank you, Natty.
Be on your guard.
Thank you, Natty.
Revelio.
Resource indeed, your
very
field
nice of
guide.
you.
Beg your pardon. How dare you threaten me?
What's going on here?
They must have come this way. Think!
I've no idea who it is you think I might have seen. I've been busy with my research. I do not have time to...
Victor Rookwood don't give a doxy's nip back your time. Oi! Speak of the devil. Mr. Rookwood would like a word with you.
A student? You can't be serious.
Enough out of you.
Leave her alone.
Stupefy!
There you are.
Protego! Leviosa! Incendio! Accio! Expelliarmus!
Who are
I'll
you?
watch the light go out of your eyes.
Oh yeah. Collection section of your field guide has an updated new enemy type that may gain valuable insights.
Do you really think you can pick up
It's a
Rookwood find me himself. Expelliarmus!
What on earth just happened? I've never been accosted in such a manner, and so close to Hogwarts.
Revelio.
Yeah, that was pretty strange.
Incendio. Are you alright?
I am, thanks in no small part to your excellent defensive skills. Care to tell me why two Ashwinders were ready to dispatch me to get to you?
Ashwinders?
Victor Rookwood's thieves and extortionists, his little cronies. They seemed quite keen on you.
It's a long story, but thank you for your help.
Well, you've avoided them for the moment. Priya warned me things were getting dangerous. Best get moving on my research before they return.
You're a researcher?
Nora Treadwell at your service, historian and archaeologist specializing in Merlin's work and life.
Merlin? Of the legend of King Arthur?
The very same. Merlin attended Hogwarts, you know, and I'm studying some curious fixtures he left here centuries ago.
Fixtures?
These vine-covered pillars, dozens of them, all around the area. I've taken to calling them the Trials of Merlin. I believe he created them as a diversion for his fellow Slytherins. He was terribly fond of puzzles and enigmas.
I can see why you're so interested in Merlin. I'd be keen to know more about the trials.
Well then, I'll let you in on a little secret. No one has yet managed to figure out how they work. But I believe I have just unlocked a crucial clue. I suspect that Mallowsweet is an important component in getting the trials to work.
Mallowsweet?
Versatile herb. Merlin repeatedly mentioned it in his writings. I had just arrived to test my theory when I was so rudely interrupted. You see, each swirl in Merlin's writing has its symbol in the centre. That started me thinking, what if...
The Mallowsweet is meant to be placed at the centre of the symbols.
Precisely. Would you care to do the honours? We can see what comes of our little hypothesis. I brought a trunk chock full of Mallowsweet with me. It's just over there by my tent.
This trunk?
Yes, take plenty, even if you already have some.
I have the Mallowsweet.
Lovely. Now, notice the vines on these papers, as well as a stone swell on the ground. Each trial has these features. Place the Mallowsweet on the swirl, and we'll see what happens. My word! Did you see that? The vines disappeared!
What should I do now?
This is uncharted territory. I am curious about these pyres.
Incendio!
Merlin's beard!
The flames make the pyre sink. Revelio.
What a day. I can hardly believe it.
I take it we can call that a success?
We can indeed. However, I now have even more questions. How does it work? I must review my notes. I may have missed something.
Are all of the trials like this one?
Oh, not precisely. Well, I think each has those telltale vines and the swirl on the ground. You should feel free to solve them as you come across them. I believe I have what I need to continue my research. My guess is that each will also require Mallowsweet, which you can find in Hogsmeade should you need more. I really must be off. Such a pleasure to meet you. And do be careful out here. Now I've got what I needed. I shall return to the safety of my notes and books.
Purpose of that.
Revelio.
increase your gear capacity. Gear capacity 21 now? Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what that did. Maybe it's just part of the quest.
Revelio.
I never thought Ramrock's loyalists would go this far.
It's like a place right out of a storybook. Revelio.
All this stuff is under the ground. Seems like anyway. Definitely underground.
Revelio. Incendio.
I'll have to remember that can happen the next time I do that. What is this?
Hello, sir. What do you sell here?
Hello, I'm Jalal Semi, and this is my potion shop. I can answer any questions you have about the town.
What do you have for sale?
What can I help you with today? I'll have no trouble selling this. Thank you. I hope to see you again sometime.
Revelio. Seems a pleasant enough little place.
I never thought Ramrock's loyalists would go this far.
Pardon me, is everything all right?
Hardly. I've just lost my business and almost my life. You'd best look elsewhere for wares. I've nothing to sell now. I never thought it'd come to this. Be on your guard. Ramrock and his loyalists will spare no one.
They attacked you.
Oh, Ranrock has no patience for goblins who won't join him. While I too would like to see goblin kind treated by wizards as equals, bloodshed is not the answer. When I said as much, they turned on me, struck me till I nearly passed out. Took my carts, my belongings, even that which is most precious to me, my paintings.
I'm sorry this happened to you. I shall certainly keep an eye out for your carts.
That is very kind of you, but I think they took them to their camp southwest of here, just past some ruins. Too dangerous to try and retrieve them. I did enchant the carts to return to me if I ever lost them, however. Slim though the chances may be, I'm holding out hope that some of what was taken is returned to me. It was nice meeting you. I wish it had been under better circumstances.
After what Ranrock did to that goblin banker at Gringotts, I shouldn't be surprised at what happened to Arn.
Ooh, spiders? What are these? I wonder what the aggro range is like.
Accio! Levioso! Expelliarmus! Protego! Same.
Revelio.
What do we have over here? Oh, another one of these puzzles.
I know what that means. Merlin trial.
Okay. I understand.
Accio.
Third one around. Oh.
Accio.
What's that?
Revelio.
What do these do for me? Ooh, gear trade. Dragonhide Protector's Claw. Spider Slayer armor. Interesting. Oh yeah, increase storage for gear. Okay, interesting. So how much gear storage do we have now? 24. It's not bad. Let's see if we can get this guy's cards back.
Revelio.
Now what is this? Few witches or wizards correctly trace the history of Scotland's indigenous mazes. Oh my god, I can't say that word. Back to their rightful source, the 15th century. Dark wizard known as Union Blackwood. Born Union Blackwood to a non-magical branch of the Wood family, Union was misunderstood by his Muggle parents and in an effort to fit in, sought solace in the family trade hedge trade. He allegedly controlled the blackthorn bushes with his mind, creating beautiful designs of these. This both impressed and infuriated his rather intolerant family. The resentment only worsened upon his invitation to Hogwarts, where he was sorted into the Hufflepuff house. It was at Hogwarts first that Union first met one Hortensia Black, disowned by the Black family for her mother's dalliance with Hortensia's Muggle father. The half-blood Hortensia's relationship with blood purity was a complex one. She considered herself worthy of her mother's maiden name and blamed her father for her ostracism. At the same time, she did not fault Wood for his Muggle parentage, rather considered him to an unwilling, innocent victim of Muggle impurity. Wow, that was a lot. Oh. Okay. Chinese fireball scarf. For anyone who doesn't know how to solve mazes like that, usually they're easiest to solve if you just stick to one side. So there, I just hugged the left wall for the entire maze, and eventually we got to the center. We'll get close.
Revelio.
Am I in danger currently? Nothing dangerous happening up here.
Revelio.
I did the last one.
You're the ones who released Pedro, aren't you? That was a mistake, my friend.
Sorry, who are you?
Incendio.
Oh.
Accio.
Leviosa.
I just saved you from your untimely doom.
Incendio. Revelio.
I'm not too sure what that was about, really. Just past these ruins.
These rocks have seen better days.
Let's go ahead and search the ruins.
Past the ruins. I'm on the right track.
Incendio. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Revelio.
You remembered from last time.
Incendio.
Arrows can explode. This didn't get us anywhere, did it? Actually, it did. Certainly didn't get us to the treasure chest.
Revelio. Revelio. Incendio. Accio. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Leviosa. Incendio. Accio. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Revelio.
Spider is plenty large. Even guarding this up here.
Levioso. Accio.
This looks intriguing.
Revelio.
back to repping our school class.
Incendio! Incendio! Expelliarmus! Accio! Levioso! Incendio! There's a victory that came. Revelio!
I messed up the combo a little bit there. Alright, well, we're kind of running out of time here, guys, so we're going to stop there just before we...
It's a new day, and nothing's really quite going your way. You got bad news that's confusing. You got sad news that you're wounded.